Make them a brand follower, get them to be a returning customer at the end of the day. That's really how you should use, from like the brand analytics section, something like Top Tier.
Going back to brand analytics and looking at the customer loyalty analytics, give us your recommendations for the kind of brand tailored promotions for each one of these buckets that, in your experience, that works the best, because they're not one-to-one, right? So you don't go to loyalty and then say Top Tier and then you go to brand tailored Top Tier. That's not like that.
Kind of is, right? So they do have it where essentially it matches up pretty closely, right? There's going to be some fluctuation there. That being said, it's still good to look at your analytics to get a better understanding of whether or not promotions or certain customer facing bases are improving or not. Take, for example, like I said, Top Tier. We can, in brand tailored promotions, do a one-to-one there almost. So they have two different versions of Top Tier for brand tailored promotions. They have regular Top Tier for those who are curious, are customers who purchase recently, they spend the most, and they are just customers in general who buy a lot on the platform, not necessarily from your brand, but on the platform. They also have declining Top Tier as a audience type. Declining Top Tier are customers who have purchased from the brand's Top Tier, so they are a part of the Top Tier market, right? Still technically, but they're predicted to spend less. What can we do with this information? We know we have Top Tier, we know we have declining Top Tier. What you can do is you can set up two different types of promotions. You can do a Top Tier promotion, right? And you can try and target those people directly. Now, bear in mind, again, I don't typically like Top Tier promotions. Why? They're people who already purchase a lot and they already spend a lot on Amazon's platform. The likelihood that a promo of some kind is going to entice the top spenders on the platform is unlikely. They'll probably purchase your product one way or another. Now, declining Top Tier, though, are people we would want to go after. They are people who Amazon has a vested interest in keeping on the platform and trying to really push and whatnot. So for declining Top Tier, I would definitely look at doing a brand tailored promotion for those. That's going to be getting declining Top Tier people, again, who used to spend a lot, are spending less, back in the mixture. If you retarget a declining Top Tier, you might turn that declining Top Tier into someone who is a brand follower, is really the end all be all here. Make them a brand follower, get them to be a returning customer at the end of the day. That's really how you should use, from like the brand analytics section, something like Top Tier.
It's always the same, right? So you start going to a store, you're there every day, you eat their sandwich, and after a while you become part of the furniture and accept that you're no different than any other customer, and they start to take you for granted. And then one day they piss you off and then you walk and you don't go back.
It is, yeah, it's very much like that. And a big one that I always like not targeting, I should say, high spend customers. High spend customers is in fact an audience type in brand tailored promotions. What is high spend customers? It's just a segmentation of 5% sampling of the brand's highest spending customers in the last 12 months. So it's kind of that exact, yeah, you're part of the furniture. It's, why would you go ahead and target necessarily someone who is in the 5% of your highest spending people, right? Sure, there's the idea of, yes, get some goodwill in there with people who are frequenting your products and your business and frequent purchasing from you. But at the same time, the likelihood that they will purchase your product again, even without you targeting them, very, very high. So is it necessary to do something like brand tailored promotion for them? Probably not. Whereas someone such as like a potential new customer, that's going to be a really, really big segmentation of your audience. Potential new customer is something that I always will recommend you should have some form of brand tailored promotion running on at all times. Because that potential new customers, those are people that are walking past on the street and you want to get them in the door as soon as possible.
And also brand followers, right?
Brand followers is an interesting audience type because it's people who have clicked on your brand. That's all it is. It is people who have clicked follow on your brand. They don't necessarily have to have ever purchased from you. They don't necessarily have to even know what products to sell. It's just people who have clicked follow on the brand. Now, the likelihood that they purchase from you, pretty high. But, not everyone on Amazon who follows a brand is going to be purchasing from it all the time unless they really want to, right? And so if you have, for instance, a higher tier brand, you're selling, let's say, luxury products, you're likely to have a lot of brand followers. And that's something where brand followers would be one you might want to target and segment for a little bit higher of a discount.